Hello, testing one, two, three. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Hi. Hope you guys have an enjoyable day at this event itself. I believe I've been introduced by the MC. My name is Joseph, and actually, I'd like to take this time and the privilege to actually share a little bit about my 2 cents on this title itself. As you can see, enlisted future of manufacturing in enable predictive management and reduce downtime. Um, just to ensure you all, this is not going to be a lecturing session. You're not going to take the hours to know a power of information itself. But I would like to have a bit more interactive with you all, if I may. When you go through the slides, if you think you have something you want to know more, you want to ask, please do feel free. No need to raise your hand. Let's be more proactive in this case. All right. So I believe let's start into the topic itself. What am I trying to bring up? Basically, I think talk about predictive analytics. The benefits of the predictive management. These are the two key points that actually we be touching on. First of all, it's definitely improving on your efficiency. The second is reducing the downtime. I believe in a common manufacturing environment, these are the two mission critical, things and items to be focused. Reason being because manufacturing plants, you can't afford to stop productions at any juncture of time. And you need to keep this improving of efficiency within your environment. And this predictive analytics and also called the predictive management that we are actually promoting here itself will be able to manage and get this happening as well. And of course, and second but not least will be reducing the further downtimes that you have. And why is that? Because before anything happens, that you can actually have an idea what most likely would be you're anticipating for. And then from there, you can actually apply the right remedies to solve the problem itself. And what is predictive analytics? What we are providing here is a solutions, comprehensive suite that actually comes in the real time. And what are the benefits we are promoting through this real-time predictive management and monitoring itself? Of course, these are the two common things, reducing the downtime and costly repairs. Because I think before things turn out to be a tragedy, before things gone really bad, you have to really try to actually apply the right remedies to get it fixed. And this is what our solutions will be able to do using our integrated IoT and the solution itself. And this preventive maintenance itself also cover these few key areas. First is regularly scheduled maintenance that it can be performed. Second is usually the maintenance is to be conducted during a normal equipment operation. So meaning to say it will not kick in when you only have problems, but it was already been there starting to monitor day one itself when you have these solutions implemented within your operational environment. And another third is the third point is basically the unique things that we have implemented and embedded within, which is the machine learning and AI techniques. Basically, it will help to achieve three of these key points itself. First is the equipment's current life stage. Second, the remaining useful life. Third, the cycles left before complete breakdowns. I think these 2, 3 days here itself, we have spoke to a lot of prestigious customers, a lot of premium visitors around in this event, and I think these three areas was always a concern, whereby, as you can see, a lot of time, one of the common issue and dilemmas that all these manufacturing owners facing was they really had no idea how to gauge the actual equipment lifespan and life staging itself. So with the help, if certain of predictive maintenance it being embedded within your operation environment, it can really trigger off, the alarm and alert way early, so that you need not to really worry about it. And then when it being triggers off, you have ample time to do the necessary and preparations to mitigate the problem itself from there. Okay, and they can also keep you have a more remaining useful life cycle for the production and the machinery itself as well. Okay, and the last, of course, we don't want to have this breakdown where it come a complete manners of things that we can't manage from there. And this is something that is applicable across all the industries in a real-time health monitoring mode. Okay, in order to increase in the productivities, for what we have done, additional is to adding the implementation of the automation, you know, into the sequence and also the productions environment itself, in order to have a streamlined workflows as well that can be embedded within the process. So I think one of the things that we have been used is the IoT, okay, in the environment itself. And I think I'm not going to go through every of this line of the words here, but I think from these slides, what I would like to emphasize is more on the IoT, that what we carries from there is the digital twins, okay, the simulation scenarios. And what made these digital twins with the combinations of the IoT can make a difference to the environment itself. First of all, we call this our Regal digital twins. Okay, what is the Regal digital twins? It's basically we are trying to revamp from a very conventional and traditional ways of implementing the digital twins by just creating another simulation itself. Second of all, we go ahead and encompass. Third, we make sure it's fully digitized. And these digitized components, we actually have broadened it up to not only have been using the AI, machine learning embedded, solution, but we also will be integrating with various other solutions, even with the RPA and other DPA, which is digital process automation, that will actually enable our client to define and design their own workflows and basically to create and generate the outcomes you want during this whole digital twin journey itself. Okay? And we are also have the readiness to integrate with our IoTs and with the other equipments or machineries that you have within your operational environment itself. Okay? And lastly, we want to have a different kind of environment. Okay? We want to perform a digital transformation. That's why I put the word transformed. Okay? Within this whole, new solutions that we are able to provide through our Regal digital twin itself. And do everybody know what exactly is digital twins or what kind of digital twins itself? No? No idea at all? No? Anybody want to have a guess? No. Sorry, you have some questions yourself? Oh, no. You want to know more? Sure. Sure. Okay. What I'm going to do here, basically, I probably will have a quick run through of the slide itself. And later on, I think I would like to spend a bit more time with you all. Please do raise up some of the questions and that you think you want to know more, so that I want to open this to the ground. So everybody, we would like to have more interactions. Don't let me be your lecturer today, because I don't think I'm a good lecturer. But I would like to be someone that be your friends. Let's discuss about what can I help you through what we have. All right? So basically, there are 4 components of the Reddit. We call Regal, digital twins. So we call it Reddit in the short form, abbreviation. So these are the 4 common components that we have. Okay, which standard what digital twins usually carry. From the basic of CP twins, which is it brings the meanings of a component or the part. From this is the starting point for usual of a digital twins, and up to the AP twins, it means the asset or the product. And the third is the SU, which is system or unit. And the last is the Reddit process, or actually in the common market, they only code it as a process. So usually from the beginning, from A to D, the differences it's like a singular unit of a process up to the most comprehensive and complicated. So when it reaches to the Reddit process, usually it can covers all the components within the digital twin that you need to be inclusive within. It can be actually all converted and integrated as well. Okay, in the operational environment. So later, as I say, we just have a quick go through, and then let's have a session of giving you answers, okay? And then how it can help. Basically, you can see from here, it detects all the anomalies and also automates repair processes. So it means it gives you a real-time report and triggers that you need not to worry, what actually comes next after that. And from there, you can actually quickly apply whatever remedies for the fixing that you requires from them. And then it also simulates the entire procedures, processes, and anticipate problems. And also you help each of the owners or the operators, okay, to prevent the mistakes before issues happens. I think this is what we really want to achieve. It's just like when you actually acquire the insurance. Nobody wants to go to hospital every day to get treated, right? It's just a precautions that we know we have reached our limits. This alarms is trigger and soundness to that we need to make certain judgment to take a precautious move, okay, to fix our problem, get it ready. So why Reddit? It simulates with this. It undisruptive design via DBA process flow that we give more versatilities to the end users or operators, to manage the flows and also to generate the outcomes they want to this solution itself. It revolutionized approach with a proven R&D. R&D is always a very significant and very important, elements in each of the solution cycle. Why? Because with all the trials and all the errors we've made, we need a continuous proven this thing will always work. And R&D has never been a part that we have let it go loose and wow along the way. So we always believe with a significant and continuous effort in this area, we can only manage to do a greater things and keep enhancing our solutions. Okay? And we always have to ensure whatever we do from here, it gives the right outcomes that we want to actually achieve. And of course, that our main users, our clients, will see the outcome itself as well. And we always also have a very good working partnership with all the reputable partners that we have within this, when we provide the solutions. Because in each of the solutions, what we believe here is a leveraging of some of the significant partners that we have, okay, in the industry itself. It could be IoT, it could be certain solutioning platform, it could be certain, as I mentioned, like digital process automation platform. We have some significant partners that always has been working with us along the line to improve and get us on track of what we are doing so that we can always, uh, you know, get the right informations and perform the right fixes, and integrate with the right things in moving forward. And our integrations is always ready with the AI, analytics, digital process automation, and etc. So these are always that meanings we always been looking forward to, not only limited to what we know and what we are doing, but we also been looking forward to source for a new solution that can be integrating to the current one that we have so that we can grow better solutions along the line for our clientele. And last is never tolerate and work beyond best practice. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm not actually disclaiming for someone say that, oh, this is the best practices we have, then it's wrong. No. But what we believe is we should go beyond that point. Meaning to say, yes, there is already best practices in each and every ways. Some solution providers, some of the players in the market that have. But we believe that it's not the full stop for us to keep improving ourselves. And we always believe that, by doing more and putting more efforts, it can give us a big more, bandwidth to know what we can do better for our clients. And this is always our ultimate goals when we are creating our solutions. And of course, adoption of digital twins will give you these two significant outcomes in terms of it will double up the benefits and the possibility itself as well. When you are replicating your business, your model to the simulation you have, you can always replicate it way faster and you can refer back to the right model that you have successfully implemented to know whether the next model you are actually, setting up will be equivalently, you know, doing the same and getting the same outcome as well. Okay. And one of our 2 cents, my 2 cents, I dare not to say to the representing the industry itself, is basically, I think digital twins holds a very significant future, whereby it will help in quickering the product development timeline. It will reduce physical prototype because you already have the same simulations they're working. You can replicate it easily because what you're referring to, if it doesn't matches to what you already know, then maybe something was not really right. then you have the right time to re-look into it and trick it to the angle that you want it to be. And the last is the fewer simulations required because you have the right model being set up at day one, at the initial stage. It always will be your base reference and referral for you to moving forward when you are implementing the digital twins. I think I'm not going to talk too much about big data analytics. I think we all know that, and this is something that we already have within our solution itself. And you want to know how it works, please do come to our humble little booth there, and our team members can show you how it works. Because I always believe one thing. So I always tell people, seeing is believing. You have to look at it yourself, and to know that what we can do, and we can show with you more and explore more with you there. Because we wouldn't want to just to show you a lot of videos here itself, because video is is a very short capturing of whatever we can show. So we don't want to limit you to know from here itself. So do welcome to our little humble booth over there. We can share with you more if you need to have further information. Okay, this machine learning, I believe we all know what is it about, and we just want to emphasize that this is what we already have embedded within itself as well. All right. And this is the overviews of our predictive, maintenance overview, whereby this is how we actually, as the first point, is talk about how we are averaging on the data analytics, and which, as I share, you can come to our booth and have a look how our data analytics dashboard looks like. Okay, because I think you'll be more cozy for you to visit our booth, and then we can show you more. And I think my guys can do wonders on that as well. So I think but some of them were here, they've been hearing me out. So they will get ready later after this, you can come and visit us, okay? And then, of course, we will be in line with all the Industry 4.0, intelligence IoT, assets and predecessors, and then, connected access gathered data for pretending potential failure. This is actually a bit repeating from the previous slides, but it's just an emphasis. We want people to remember when we are looking at this preventive, this is the way we want things to be achieved, okay? And of course, we have all these smart IoT sensors. They are integral and providing a real-time information. Okay, there's always part and parcel in our solutioning. And these are the 3 key points for takeaway. It increases efficiency again. It reduces your cost. It improves customer satisfaction. Okay, and this is not what I said, but I think as a client and our potential client, maybe, that do try to understand more, hopefully these key takeaway points will be also something you can experience with us, okay, when we have this journey, have the privilege to go through with you together on this hour of being a partnership in terms of client and a vendor. So this is about importance of the quality control. I believe apart from we knowing how to maintain and prevent any tragedy or catastrophe happening in the environment itself, I think we also equally important looking at the QC, the quality control, within when we are implementing all these things. Because I think what customers want is to actually have the satisfaction of using the solutions, okay, and also preserving brand reputation and stand. It's very significantly what we want people to know. When you see Regal, it's ooh, no, we got to hear that. We got to, has Regal, what should we sound like? Yeah, people are like, okay, yeah, like when you talk to your kids, hey, son, let's go to McDonald's. They say, yeah. I don't think your son say, hey, let's go to McDonald's. Boo. I think that boo sound is obviously knowing that it's not good, right? So we do think reputation is significantly what is very important and matters to us. So we want you to know along this journey, walking down the aisle, we want you to know that when you say I do to Regal, we make sure we bring the happiness to you. We want to see the happiness to your face. All right? And this is one of the outcomes I believe clients always been looking at. Efficient resource allocation. Okay, I want to emphasize one thing here. In a lot of automation environments, a lot of times, the operators always have a concern. Hey, Joe, if I do implement it, I have 100 staff. And this division, probably 50% of them will probably be worried. With these changes or implementation and adoption of such a technology within, would I be really facing the problem and challenge like, hey, boss, I'm going to lose job, so how? I don't want this. Please, I don't want to see this. No. We are not encouraging you to have firing a lot of stuff. then you're receiving the human, the letters, combining to the arbitration court and talking about how to settle the dispute. But what we want to tell them is basically by taking your staff away from certain redundancies of the job, okay, put them back to the core of your business that you need more push so that you basically, put them at the right track to push it further of your core business and expansion. And then whatever redundancy, let use of these solutions to make good use of it to help you to resolve the issue that you may not require all this human engagement. Okay, put them back to where your core business will need them to be placed. And Lex technology, the solutions that we have, can help you to prevent and optimize. In a nutshell, we talk about optimization. Let them be fully utilized and optimized for the right angles of work. Okay? So of course, it will not only, this optimization will also bring in the boosting of the efficiency. Okay? It will reduce the waste and, enhance our productivity, including the allocation of human resources within the organization as well. And throughout this solutioning implementation, what is also important is the transferring of the knowledge of the solutions towards to the client, and also maybe the ground staff within the environment that needed this solution itself. One thing we are trying to be different here is we are trying to have a knowledge transfer of these solutions itself to the client, to their staff, and let them can be on their own in-house operation. So when you are calling us back in, you are not calling us back in to see more of the issues being discovered, but more of we giving you a next consultancy level to move on from there. Won't that be better? If you keep calling someone up, hey, come in, Joe, your problem, you see your software cannot work. We have a hiccup here. This is like, it's not really what I want. I don't think this is the kind of support and maintenance you want to always seeing and encountering. But what if you call me, hey, please come in. I'm happy with what I have right now. I want to move to the phase 2. Let's talk about it. We want to see the growth of your business, because every business operators here, you want the growth of your business. You're making millions this year, and you want to make the 100 millions the next year, because business is always growing, and that means a good sign. And you need a good, solid environment to produce, keep the production on. So we want this to be happening to each and every one who is using our solutions and who are needing help, that we can be there to help. So this is talking about where the predictive or preventive maintenance are bringing the benefit of early fault detection. So you can see these are always three the major key takeaways, whereby you see the minimize of downtime, the productions, losses to be reduced, and the maintenance cost is further reduced, and also enhances the equipment lifespan. Okay? So this is about the maintenance scheduling, which it will improve the equipment reliability and availability. So basically, if we do this right and correctly since day one, I think we can actually further reduce unnecessary, further investment in the current environment, despite from the software and also the equipments that are currently in the operational environment. Okay? So I think this pretty much touch base on the same thing, so I'm going to not touching base on that. All right, so I think we'll talk about, importance of monitoring machine health. I think machines actually, apart from they cannot talk, okay, but they can sound and trigger off alarms to us. That's the only way of communication between humans and the machineries itself. So we are hoping that providing these solutions, that actually giving the predictive and preventive maintenance become the bridge, or so-called the doctors in between the pictures among the machineries and operators, so that they can really, through this solution, functioning as a monitoring, and also that helps the machine to keep them in a good health and generating a longer lifespan for the client itself. How to prevent a failure predictions? So this is what we have, and in the further in order to know the further details and how the functionality works, As I always share, we can talk about it, or our humble booth is just not very far from here. Let's have a look at how we do our predictive maintenance, how the preventive maintenance will be looking like, and how the condition-based maintenance looks like as well. So this predictive analytics, maybe everybody is hearing the word analytics a lot recent years. Okay, our predictive analytics is basically working from where we started with the predictive and preventive maintenance, and then we have a breakdown. We use the analytics to analyze and to extract the data in a real time manners, to hope to give the client a really real time understanding of what are the stages and the condition and the scenarios are within the environment itself. And you will, of course, collecting all the sources of data that we have integrating. As I say, may not be only from the IoT. It could be from the other kind of machineries or devices that the particular industry or the manufacturers would have. And by leveraging on the data, we will identify the trends and opportunity for improvement as well. So this trend, not only in terms of representing the environment of the operational, but it can be related to the other area as well. For example, some of the manufacturing productions that um, you have to have the sequence of capturing the bomb and then knowing what are the materials to be processed, okay, for this production with the amounts that you're required by your client. So sometimes, this real-time data can identify the trends and also will help to analyze whether would this trend that you are currently implementing within will be helping you in further saving costs or actually further increasing, okay, or reducing. So this is something that we have actually have implemented within as well by using this analytics. Okay, and of course the regular maintenance routines is a must and a compulsory. And what are the benefits of the optimized maintenance that will be key takeaway from here? So I think the reliability of equipment is actually enhanced and ensured, extended asset lifespan, reduced downtime, and of course the lower maintenance costs. And the efficiency of the resource allocation, as I've been sharing earlier, these are the key three takeaways. You increase more productivity. We're putting back them to the core productions, and you actually save the cost. Because why? We're actually putting more people back to the core business rather than in a redundant job. Okay? And you will further improving whatever proficiency and efficiency we have within the environment. So this is unlocking of the potential of data analytics in manufacturing. Because I think nowadays data is very important for us to do a lot of analysis in various ways, in sales, in productions, in manufacturing, in cost capturing, your burning rates, everything. So this is something very important that we think whatever we've been capturing here, we're not only analyzing and looking at the trend and performing whatever things that benefit is coming here, but we believe the trend and the patterns that we're capturing will be further used in the coming years to further let the operators or the business owner to know how far they should prepare themselves for the expansion of the business as well. That would be one of the key functions it will be working and help the operators to identify. Well, last but not least, thank you so much. And this is just a very short and very simple sharing. But as I say, it doesn't stop here and ends here. We can actually have some Q&A now, or we can always meet up near the booth behind. What is our booth number, by the way? J54. J54. I'll be there. My team will be there, and we'll love to see your lovely face, and so they come and talk to us. But before I head off, is there any questions or something that that any of these people, lovely people here, would like to know?
Yeah, you can just ask anything. Are you going?
Er,
No.
No
Okay.
questions? Oh, great. So I think thank you so much once again for your time. Thank you so much for having me here. Thanks.